Nice.
Yeah. All right. Let's get the down low. This is taking place in Golarion. So there's that. You guys are adventurers. You took a break though. You settled down for a little while on your little butts. Cause heck, what's being an adventurer if you don't take a break every once in a while to reflect on life and recover your piddly hit points per day? However, the land of Lastwall has not been what it used to be. A recent change in government didn't affect you too much until suddenly, as you came home from the market with a bag of fresh produce in hand, you saw the guard knocking on your door, and then kick the door in before you could fully address them. You've heard words and whispers that the king has been a bit more aggressive in uprooting potential problem individuals, but you never thought you yourself, your innocent, adventuring spirit self, would get caught under the jackboot of the upcoming ruler. The military dictatorship make way for a man who considers himself king and uses all that power as one would expect. You ran off into the woods, realizing that sticking around town would probably be the smartest idea right now. Took your bug-out bag from the woods, but found out too late that you were in fact being chased by someone. Now, deep in the woods outside of Vigil, you need to shake off these aggressors attempting to catch you. How you know each other is up to you. I don't care if you are all part of a previous adventuring party. Just know each other from nice talk, or if you just showed up and feel that this is the right thing to do for someone who's on the lam from the law. You are a considerate distance outside of Vigil. You are near a building that is burnt out somewhat, which seems to be a good place to set up an ambush and get rid of these people so that you don't have to run your ass all the way out there and get exhausted along the way. For now, the road is your ally, but you need the road to be safe. You can place your tokens wherever you want on the map. You come from the east and moving to the west. The only good way out of the area of Vigil is to go. Well, you could go by the rivers, but you're pretty sure those are probably well defended. A better option would be to go through Ghostlight March, though with a name like that, it's not exactly the world's nicest place to be. All right, you're all on the map. You're all ready and like doing the little air fisticuffs to go. The question now comes down to, what will you do? You have a little bit of time before these fellows will show up, giving you the benefit of setup.
Okay, so what are the shape? How are these shapes on the map?
The shapes on the map. The green stuff are the trees, the local foliage. It's very Lastwall. It's dry trees, very very branchy trees. Lastwall is very close to a Badlands, so Vigil is close near the Badlands, so trees are not as lush as most temperate climates tend to be.
All right.
And the black stuff is the burnt out building, presumably a victim of an orc raid. But no one's cleaned it up since then.
And can I make a kind of where are the attackers likely to come from?
They are likely to come from the east because that's where most of the runny boys came from, where you came from, so to speak.
All right.
The weather is slightly foggy, but that's not helped you lose them so far since it's just the one road.
East.
So I'm guessing this is like a ruined building of some sort.
Yeah.
Yep. Shelter here.
Oh.
It's a 2-story building.
I have a bow and few spells to actually use, and I'm an elf.
You're an elf.
Oh, does the second story have windows?
Yeah, there is cover and setup, and some of the roof remains. Not a place you'd want to use for shelter. It looks like it would get blown over by the slightest breeze.
Oh, it's still a shooting platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm going to do. I'm guessing the top floor of this is represented by that over there.
Guess so.
Oh my.
I could entangle them as soon as they are close enough to the.
Oh, you could.
Well, I'm setting up my ambush over here.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna get you a little map so you have a little overview as to what the local area actually looks like.
Oh, is the handout?
Eh.
Eh.
Uh,
Oh no, I pushed the wrong button in the wrong place. Help! I need help!
Mayday, mayday.
Are you alright?
Mayday, mayday.
Oh yes, so I'm guessing we went east from Vigil then.
Yes, you went east from Vigil. East. Oh man, that's a nice trombone in my voice. Let me just put down some tokens for the dude you were about to square off with. There will be squaring and there will be offing.
Squares.
Yeah. No, you're not square. Don't think like that.
I was
So
told it's hip to be one of them.
let's say I casted guidance on Gala before. And
Guidance! What a lovely spell.
I love this spell. It's so stupid.
guidance?
Yeah. So you have +1 on the next single attack roll, saving throw, or skill check.
Ah.
Alright then.
1 minute.
You wait for a moment, and eventually you hear in the distance their footsteps. Are any of you trying to hide?
Yeah, I'm hiding in the green zone there.
You are hiding in the barks and between the branches, really. There's not
Yeah.
a whole bunch of shrubbery out here. What there is, shrubs are like arid, pricky things. You can't really hide in them. Well, you could
Yeah.
if you're a goblin.
I'd say I'm probably trying to hide in the building as much as I can.
In the building,
but
hiding,
not-
it's like you're invisible. People can't see you, technically, until they know you're
Yeah.
there. So it's only the druid who must roll me some stealth.
I'm
Okay.
guessing the top floor of the building kinda has ruined walls, so
Yes.
I'm trying to hide behind whatever remains of the wall.
This is not pet change a hilly or rocky area, right?
What area?
A hilly or rocky area.
I guess it's not like mountainous rocky, but I imagine that there are like sufficient rocks. This is a Badlands area where eventually you get lots of sand and stone. So yes.
So I could apply maybe my how is it called again? My visual thingy. No, that wasn't my how was it called again? My feet. High walker? No, it's a trait. Those things. Highlander mountain. Could I apply it? I don't know.
Go nuts.
Self, there we go.
Don't forget the white buttons at the top. They're very useful for accessing things without having to switch tabs and look for things.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Well, yes. You are very well hidden. Finding a nice spot where you can sit. Eventually, you see of a lot of them. One of them is the rangery type, you know, has the rugged look, the thick, stiff boots. The other one of the other ones is, let's see, well, probably a mage, not wearing any armor. Has mage armor, the light shimmer of such around them. There's a fighter, clearly. Guy's wearing thick armor, like bulk chainmail. I'm gonna bonk you on the head with a stick. And then there's a druid. But you could tell because they have a large staff that grows a little leaf out of it. And they
Yeah,
also
that seems familiar.
and they also tried to cast Entangle on you earlier, so.
And one of those T-shirts that says "Save the trees" on it.
T-shirts with prints are not environmentally friendly.
It's made of hemp.
That doesn't make the print process
It's just written on there with permanent marker.
with a bit of charcoal.
It's a wool pullover with different color there.
Yep. The ranger following the tracks is not a dumb one, and will notice that the tracks lead towards the building and stop going down the road.
I don't leave any tracks, GG.
Do. Well, your friends unfortunately do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate
yes.
indeed.
Leaving no tracks of
Yeah.
your own doesn't help if you're walking with 10 other people who do.
Yeah, that's maybe the problem of that feature.
They won't know where you are, though. They'll be purely convinced everyone's inside that building. And the ranger sort of does that thing where they hold up their hand and like, hold up, they're in there. And he starts looking around for a place they can take some cover and set themselves up. While the fighter's like, they might have just run through the building. Don't be so quick to assume that they would take up cover in there. And as he says that, he sort of slaps his weapon against his hand. This big old
This
scimitar.
boy can fit so many.
Now we just gotta show those rebels what's up. I say we're struck now while they're still busy. We're giving them time. So what are you guys waiting for? What is your trigger moment, so that I know when to set up?
Well, I will wait for them to step into the building. Yeah. Me and Ade here in a kind of ambush position.
I would say as soon as some one of them is trying to go into the building, I'm gonna cast Entangle on the other.
The ranger and the fighter will take up their positions, whereas the druid and the other magic person will sort of muffle away to behind a tree, giving them some cover. Let me just draw something so you all know. No, that's free draw. Thank you. I don't need that.
Close.
They are behind a bark, which provides them with a degree of cover. There's a nice folio for this, though. We'll hope it remind me of important details. I don't know why they're called folios, but just roll them up and give someone a bap on the face. Where are the bonuses for cover? They're not on here. That'd be dumb. That is dumb. Oh, there we go. Alright. The fighter and ranger sort of line up, keeping a slight distance, and eventually the fighter, well on his guard, will make the first step in. At which point he will begin to shout that they're here!
And then we
Yep.
get him.
And at that point, everyone has to roll initiative. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Let me find the initiative button.
In it is the button you're looking for.
Oh, I forgot to
Top.
click on my thing.
Let's roll
120,
four.
could you please load my character sheet? That would be great.
Mr. Sorcerer gets a 5. Mr. Fighter, oh wow, he rolled a 20. So he gets 22. He is on guard and ready to go.
They didn't get that into the thing.
Yeah, I forgot to click on my thing. So I'm not in the turn.
I like
Two 20s in a row. What is going on here? I don't like where this is going now. They will
He's
come
using them all up at the beginning.
Yeah.
Well done. Oh wow, we got some nice initiatives here. Well, I'll just throw you all on the stack. Hup. Oh, A pulls its own initiative? I thought they usually act after people. Alright. Grubba Dubba Dubba is also on the list. Alright. Let's slap on some numbers. Abe is a 19.05. Valentine is a 22. Ooh, wow, you're all being hecka fast. I thought they were being fast with their numbers, but it's like, nope. We're still missing Carl, who's upstairs, I forgot.
Yeah, my initiative is I rolled a 21.
I can see that, yes.
How does the initiative work?
Everyone rolled really nice today on initiative. But
Yeah,
Galter goes
super.
first.
Yeah, give me a.
God, he's gonna one-shot the fighter before he even notice. Nope.
That's what you get for walking into an ambush. So it's fighter, druid, ranger. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Familiars do their own initiatives. Okay, as he walks in the room, I swing my halberd down and trip him.
Book. Sproyoing. Alright, roll me some CMB. Your ability to maneuver someone combatively.
Yep, and I forfeit my flanking bonus on this so that he doesn't get an attack of opportunity against me.
You could always just get improved trip, but sure.
Nah, that's a feat.
You could be a brawler. I mean, I think brawlers get they get to pick feats every day. It's really cool. All right, well, roll me your CMB and see if this fighter man is gonna get tripped or if he's just gonna be like, haha, ho, I'm a fighter. A 13. Yeah, I've got some bad news for you, boy.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Stumbles for about a moment, but then rights himself. You almost lose your weapon in the process. Is that all you do?
I don't think that's my standard action anyway.
What does the cat person want to do anyway?
The cat person, while Galter's trying to trip this man, is going to use Precise Strike,
Ooh.
which is a swashbuckler thing.
Ooh.
I can pay a panache point to add double my level to my attack.
Oh, that's a striking blow.
And then I'll stab with sword.
You take a step in closer, line up your blade. Ooh!
Big stabby!
That's a big stabby, yes. And because he's stumbling around, he practically falls on your blade, really.
I swear I didn't stab him, officer. He walked into my sword.
You hit through his chainmail. And see a little pointy bit out the other end. Ew, that's gross. Grubba dubba dub, is that true? What do you do? Druid man.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Whoops.
Oh no.
I just want to measure. How do I?
There's a little circle with a ruler in it off the side you can use to measure.
Yeah, that's the fourth button, the default. You're 30 feet from the ranger and 45 from the other guys, assuming that's...
too many arrows.
Oh,
My
no.
brain hurts.
One quick moment. There. It was using 5e calculations. We use Pathfinder calculations in my house.
Okay, so now it's 55 and 60 to the guys behind trees. Still in medium range, not in close.
5e is dumb because it has circles despite everything being measured in squares.
Yeah, it's kind of...
You can be 20 feet away from someone, but technically be further away for the purposes of a circular spell. Well, what is Druid gonna druid out of their butt?
Just gonna cast a tangle then.
Bloop. Entangle is a fun spell.
Yeah. The sheets are always loading so long.
Let's see, it causes the plants to wrap around, they become entangled if they fail their save.
Yeah. And it's 40 feet, if I remember right, as a
It
radius.
is a 40 feet radius spread.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a big boy area, as we call it.
Yeah, like you could slap it over between the trees and it would last until the edge of the building, which would be splendid, actually. Yeah, this is what I would recommend you do.
Yeah. We'll just say that
Slap it over there.
there's a usual bubble of bubble wubble of minty goodness out here right now.
Minty
Ah,
goodness.
yeah, perfect. Just like that.
They must all
Yeah, and
make
it was-
reflex saving throws to prevent getting caught by the evil spell.
And I'm gonna move.
The druid is tangled up. Oh no! So the druid gains the entangled status effects. Lockdown. The ranger, I think, yeah. What's your DC for first
Check.
level spells?
I should remember to have my sheets open because we open them. This takes too long. Spells for level 1. 15.
Nope, the sorcerer evades it, but he is still deep in difficult terrain. There's lots of plant growth getting in the way. Oh my. Oh. They also take a little bit of damage every time they move around in it. Aw. The druid, however, is stuck. And has to make concentration checks to not lose spells they try to cast. The fighter, grumpy as ever, sees a bad situation when he sees it and goes for well, the person who tripped him, because you're being the rudest one of all here. He does not know that things are going pretty poorly outside. He rolls 16 plus 6, so that's 22. What's your AC?
22. My AC is 22.
He almost hits. He just hits and deals a 5, and then steps back and then is like, whoa, plants. Whoops.
So I take 5.
Yeah. He steps back and he narrowly avoids a branch that lurches at his arm. Ah! This is some really aggressive grass. Cutaway, you can actually see them both. It's difficult to see the sorcerer and the druid from here, though.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, the droid appears to have done pretty much everything I wanted to do. So I'll just contribute by plugging the ranger with an arrow.
I love it. Plug him. Plug the hole
Yeah.
you are about to make with an arrow that you shoot at him.
Yeah, I mean... Attacks, I should generate an attack from my... That's going to be a hit roll.
A ranged attack roll, yes. Nope.
Yeah. I'm not even bothered going to roll damage then.
Nope. Okie dokie. Abed.
Okay. Seeing the fighter move past him. No longer in a flanking position,
Oh.
I don't think.
Yeah, quite.
Right. I just realized those guys have to make saving throw every turn they're in there. That's nasty.
Wait. If I move...
Your
Howdy.
pet's gonna have to make a reflex save.
Mm-hmm.
Entangle does not
If-
discriminate.
Reflex.
Oh no! 8 enters and becomes entangled.
Okay. What does that entail?
Entangle means impedes movement. Since they are anchored, you cannot move. They can make attacks, but it's at a -2, and they take a -4 to dexterity stuff.
Ugh. Wait, you said impedes movement?
Yeah. Well, it impedes movement if it's not anchored, and this is anchored. Like, these are things coming out of the ground that are grabbing on.
Hmm. Well, damn.
By the way, the information button that's now on the sidebar next to the journal
Mm-hmm.
has the compendium which lists pretty much every spell
Yeah.
worth noting, so you can look up Entangle there.
You can also click and drag him into an empty box. You have to make the box first, and then you can drag it on. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Abe can still
Also,
attack
like,
them.
allegedly, the spellbook would allow me to drag in spells from the compendium as well to fill them in, but somehow that didn't work for me.
Like I
so...
said, you have to make a little box first, and then hold it over, and then it turns yellow, and then you drop it, and kaboom! Spell at it.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it just takes a bit of fun.
It for some reason requires the extra step. I don't know why.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So, Aid, what does he do with his action? He only took a move action.
Yeah. I was just checking, and that still doesn't count as flanking.
Nope.
Which is annoying. So, he's just going to try to take a bite out of the ranger.
I mean, I'm a little bit more flexible on flanking, but you are standing with a wall in between, so it's a little awkward.
Eh.
Could still take a little nibble out of his ankles, though. Although he's medium-sized, I think, so it's more like taking a bite out of his face. Or stomach, I guess.
Okay.
Take a
Which one
bite
of
and
them?
a cry.
Which one of them seems less armored?
Let's take a look-see. Their AC is pretty similar.
Well,
19 for
I
both.
try to go for the fighter then.
But they are the frontline fighters. Naturally, they would be able to take a blow or two. Going for the guy who's already down to 10 hit points.
Did I? Click. Okay. Why is it my attacking?
No clue. Maybe Aid is secretly a pacifist. I told you, man, it's a lot of karma, but it's not worth it.
No? Okay.
Should have bought gel
And-
rounds.
And definitely do not use the cat mantra spirit.
The cat... Oh, yeah, that's when we have to kill people, right?
No, that's the opposite.
Oh, no.
Alright, my attack isn't working. Great.
Just roll a d20 and tell us what the modifier would be.
But
Okay.
Does he have
What
an
if I-
expanded crit range?
Yeah, what's your crit range?
20. So
Okay,
no.
so it's just a solid hit. Well, roll me some sexy damage there, big boy. That's a 1d3 plus 1.5 your strength plus 1 for some reason?
Yeah, I don't know where that one comes from. So 11 and also poison.
Okay, well, the fighter's dead. He had 10 hit points left, I said.
Ah,
Nice.
Ade jumps for the. goes
He
for
gets
the throat.
entangled, but still tears his gut out.
Ah,
That's a really bad way to go. Well,
on
the
about
druid.
that dinosaur.
the druid's turns up. The druid is cocky and doesn't fully understand that his friend just got disemboweled, essentially.
Turns up for what?
And says, you know, it's a really fun spell. It's Summon Swarm.
oh, I have that one too.
Oh, and he fails his concentration check. So as he tries to cast, he flubs the motions. And he rolled a 1 on his concentration. He needed a 16. It's not that high. So yeah, he fucked up. Ranger then continues to spend their time like, move action, breaking free. The DC I think is 15. What's their escape? They fuck up. They can't escape. They are one off. He also takes 1 point of damage because he's getting pricked by all these spiky bits of wood.
Oh,
The ranger will have to make the saving throw at the end of their turn, so they get to take this time to pull out their longsword and show that little pest what death looks like. I'm death incarnate.
Wow,
blah blah
that's
blah.
rude.
He rolls a 1.
Yeah.
What is second one in a row? Great. Well, in rapid succession at least.
well, you say little, but he's a
Yeah, I
size
know.
by human.
I know. Isn't that like his battle form though? Doesn't he have to turn that on first?
Well, there's no duration on it, so it's just I
Oh.
just keep it on.
Okay, so this is 20 feet. Ooh. Ooh. You can't really get out of here proper. Abe gets an attack of opportunity as he tries to squeeze his way out of here.
Okay. Oh, yep, still not working.
Just make his reflex check against getting grappled, so there you go.
Probably not. That's a 8.
The ranger is nimble.
Arr.
And also in cover now. Then it's this guy's turn. It was like, aha! I will show you. You fight like a girl, and all that stuff.
I am a girl.
Okay,
Yell
you need
back.
to get out of the way there. You stupid. Okay, can they see Valentine-ish? They can see you-ish.
Hmm.
See my
Alright.
leg.
That's gonna be a
Probably
touch
just
attack.
hover.
Then. Partial cover. We'll say it's partial cover. Let's see. That is 8. What's your touch AC, kitty cat?
Where will I see that?
It's defense.
Fences.
Touch.
Touch AC. 14, I think.
Ooh. Well, lucky you, because I think this. Yep, he doesn't have it. You watch an acid arrow fling through the air. Whoosh. You hear the sizzling of the acid as it flies by and hits a wall and sort of fizzles into nothingness over the next few turns.
That's just
How
rude.
scoffs at the choice of spell. Acid arrow is bad.
It does damage over turns. Shush.
Just yelling from the top floor. Just get a load of this scrub with
On
his
top of that,
acid
it has
arrow.
it has a really good range though. Dang. It's a really good spell to lose if someone's about to get out of reach. You're like, fuck you. Here's my finger. Okay. Well, no, he does not make it out because he gets trapped by the brambles. Bah! These stupid brambles. Galter,
What is
you
this,
are
Donkey
really
Kong?
far away from most targets.
No, well. So you said this building was fire damaged.
To an extent.
Hmm.
Don't forget that you
thick
can
are-
dismiss entangle. It is one of those rare spells.
How thick are the walls?
You could probably punch a hole in it if you wanted to.
Right. I'm going to charge through the wall here.
Heroically charging through the wall. Alright, roll me a strength check.
I hope the building doesn't collapse because I am up there.
Yeah.
Strength.
You don't charge through the
Oh.
wall.
Well,
I have hero points, right?
yes, you could spend them for a +4 after the fact.
Yeah.
I
where
mean,
the
a 9
hell
would do
is-
it. These are not that tough walls.
Hmm. Where are those recorded anyway?
They're on your core sheet next to your experience points.
Uh-huh. Well.
You can also spend it to
isn't-
re-roll.
Yeah, that could be possibly more useful.
Yeah.
Even that was literally 1.
Let me check if I have... Oh, I don't have hero points activated. Okay.
Well, you have 1 anyway, so...
Yeah, but they need to be recorded on the character sheet so that they can be found and...
Donuts.
Okay. How many hero points did I have?
At the start, everyone got 1.
Okay. Well, I have 0 now, so I re-roll that. And got the 2.
This wall does not like you.
Wow.
You whamp into it. Oh! You don't get hurt, but that... Ooh,
You get hurt in your pride.
your pride is hurt. I assume that was a charge you were trying to make?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's you waste your turn trying to pap through a wall. I mean, you still have a 5-foot step since you technically didn't move. So take that 5-foot step if you want to.
You can step onto the fighter, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like you bump off the wall. You're like, fine. You move out
Make a reflex check.
because you're now in the entangled. Yes.
Hmm. Yes, my
I need to
reflex.
stop drawing everything on the freaking
5.
token layer. No. Oh!
These saves, though.
Rolling great.
Grubblix, your entangle is doing fine work.
Nice.
You skipped over me.
Oh yeah. What about you, kitty cat?
I was wondering, like, how far would it be to run up to the top of the building?
There's a staircase right over next to you.
Yeah, this
Like,
is.
would I be able to
easier.
make there in one
Turn?
movement?
No.
Well,
you're-
let's
you're-
see.
Well, be the 10.
One.
You can push right mouse button to make little waypoints. Pew.
Yeah.
Yeah, be 30 just
So-
to get to the.
Top.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like, I probably wouldn't be able to see off there. It's probably not like
I
a
mean,
hole
you
or
would
anything.
be on this tile, I feel like, and how much wall is
Wow.
here?
Not so
Okay.
much. You could probably see.
I
Yeah.
just
Yeah, I was thinking of going up the stairs and then shooting the ranger in the back of the head.
What's up, Bummer?
Well, I just noticed that I rolled a 1, 2, and a 3 in a row.
Oh my goodness.
Learning
Some of them are
numbers
better
with
from there.
Belmore.
Well, you could. I'll say you can do that, Valentine. Go ahead and take the shot. Move your
Okay.
character up and take the shot. Pew.
Uh,
Okay, and then under attacks, press gun. Doubt that's gonna hit.
You cast gun, but it is password 123. Unfortunately, you need to go back to school and relearn. Grublix.
So if I remember correctly, attack of abilities work differently here, right?
Yes, you can trigger them on many things, and they're also their unique thing.
So even if I would move now up to the ranger, I would get an attack of. He would get an attack of
No.
opportunity. No.
If you just move up to him, no.
Okay. So just when I leave this place. Yeah.
Yeah, it's when you move around in someone's threatened area. Entering it is free.
So I'm gonna move up to him and hit him with my Satan.
Well, you have the advantage of, well, he didn't know you were there earlier because he was tracking 3 people, and suddenly this 4th person just jumps out of the shrubbery. Go ahead and whack him.
What does advantage in this context mean?
Just roll. Also,
Okay.
you got a bonus of being a sneaky boy, like being like. Well, in that case,
Yeah.
say that your crit confirms. you pop out of the bushes, and he just gets smacked.
This is third 20 I rolled today. That's not normal.
That is one solid blow, though. Goddamn,
I know it's 80, but the crit range for the scimitar is
it's really
quite
good.
nice. Yeah.
He gives you a look like, oh, I'm gonna make you regret that one. Cold one. Carl.
Carl.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, who can I see from up where I am?
You can technically see the druid and the sorcerer to some extent, since they're wiggling around against the vines and grass that's grasping them.
Yeah. I guess I'm going to cast Mundane Arrow and the Sorcerer.
I cast Mundane Arrow. Excellent. They do take a penalty to their AC because they are stuck. Bleh! You hit the sorcerer.
Ew.
Roll some
Okay.
damage. Which I think is just 1d8 if it's a longbow, 1d6 if it's a short bow.
Yeah, it's a 1d8. I don't get to add any kind of dexterity or anything. Wow.
Oh wait, I forgot this guy takes another point of damage because he's entangled. He's stuck in vines. Eh. He gets pricked. It gets to move, take a move action to struggle out if they want to.
I still did more with my arrow that you did with yours, jackass.
Oh man, the phone.
Tell him.
Okay, yeah. Move action to try to. So what is
Strength or
that?
escape artists.
Strength of well, I don't have that skill, so strength.
Well, you can use escape artist without being trained in it, so you can use strength or dex for this.
Okay, let's see. Where's my escape? That's a 1 versus my 2. Yeah. Aha! Crunch.
He is free. For now. Carl, that kills people. It is difficult
Okay.
terrain, so be careful.
How did that affect things?
I think it just makes it so they can use twice as much movement.
Well, I can get.
Entangle is great denial as long as you need it to be denied.
So that would take 10, and then.
Maybe you should get rid of this ranger first, so then entangle is less of a priority.
Oh, right, he's still there. Okay, I just.
How was that?
Move over there and bite him in the butt.
Chomp.
What was my bonus on this again? A5.
Unfortunately, no.
Arr.
This ranger might get slashed with a scimitar, but he knows to cover his butt. The druid will attempt to get out of this magnificent, powerful, and potent bitey thing. And he does, with a 20 no less. Wow. He communes with nature for just a brief moment, long enough to give you all the finger. You know what? He's going to be an asshole about this. And he's going to cast Entangle on you.
Damn it!
Because what this situation needed is more people grappled by vines. No, that's silly. What does Barkskin do again? That might be useful in this context. No.
Just wait until level 7 when I learn Black Tentacles.
Kind of grumbles. He's going to try to summon Swarm again. Since this time he's not impeded. And a small swarm of bats will appear, going blee. Blee, we're bats. And we're going to harass people. Da-da-da-da. Diminutive animal. I'm looking for the swarm of bats, thank you. Bat swarm, there we go. Do they act immediately after summit? Which attacks all the creatures within its area. Oh, it appears on top of Grubblix. Oh no. I forgot, you don't have control over where the swarm goes. It's gonna harass the ranger soon. Okay, well, let's do that. I don't think swarms will attack, they just hurt you. Continuously.
So I'm back.
You take 1 damage, because they rolled crap. Also, I forgot bats actually occupy like a pretty large, sizable chunk. Abe takes 2. Oh, we'll put this thing on the back layer so we can actually see what's going on over here. And the ranger takes 6. Ow!
So I
Good
took 1
spell.
damage.
You took 1. Just
Okay.
the 1. The ranger just gets fucked up.
So I want to know what spell was that?
That was Summon Swarm.
Ah, yeah. Exactly. That was also what I'm gonna cast next one.
I appreciate that y'all
So
are on the
that's
same
how
page.
that works.
Distraction. I think distraction is just for spellcasters. Give you nausea creatures that are damaged. Oh! Anyone that's damaged must make a DC 11 Fortitude save or become sickened by just how swarmy this is. The ranger passes though. He gets messed up, but he takes it like a champ.
So are
Nauseation.
those rats, bats, or spiders?
They are bats.
Ugh.
Nauseated, by the way, means that you can only take one move action per turn, and that's all you can do until it's over with. Because you're sick. So I need Abe and I need Grublix to roll me some fort against DC 11. The ranger, however, will take his turn because it is his turn, and he isn't nauseated. He rolls a pretty decent number. He gets his revenge on this attack. Let's see. Where is your sheet? There it is. He rolls, wow, a 22. What's your AC, Grublix?
Human.
Your AC.
I see. 18, if I'm not correct. Check. I still always close my sheet because I'm used to it. 18, yeah.
Then you are hurt. And he rolls a 6. 6 damage as you are smitten with a long sword of this fiendish fiend. Bleh. Sorcerer time. Sorcerer still stuck. Sorcerer will attempt to get free. Wow. 20's all for the people who get entangled. And then he scurries out. Bah!
No, it's a sheep.
Specific, the sheet I'm using does not specify whatever or not they are. Either or. However, they are very much out of it. Can they? What's the distance on cause here? Not enough. They need to get in closer. And they'll try a little bit. Those who choose Magic Missile on Galter. Which is not that bad. It's just a couple.
Yeah.
Good job. You rolled a 20 on one, and now you rolled a 1. So, Galter, you take 6 damage as 3 little magic missiles sort of plink into you.
Ah,
And now it's your turn.
yep. And I'm in the vines.
You can take a move action to free yourself, 5-foot step over, and then attack. So,
Yeah.
just be careful with all those bats!
I
They're
take
worse
a
than
step
swarms of
over there.
eggplants. Swooty coming for that booty.
So, I take a step over there. Do I?
You have to make
Try
a strength or escape artist check to get out of the vines first, because you're anchored down.
Yeah. Let's see. 10?
No, it's 15, isn't it, Rublix? By the way, Entangle lasts 3 minutes for Grubbelix.
Yeah.
You might, like,
So,
you can dismiss it whenever you're done with it, because it's impeding your friends more than your enemies at this point.
Okay, I'm gonna remember this.
The spell's dismissed, which I think is something you can do at any time.
Okay, then I'm gonna dismiss it.
Even out
In that
of
case,
turn?
Galter has his
Okay.
full action.
I'm free. I can't go there.
But you can't beat up this ranger. And although, I don't know what you want to do with a swarm of bats, but
Swarm is for later. I'll move over here and smack this ranger.
you take out your fancy halberd.
Yeah, hopefully this actually works. Yeah, there we go.
Well, I'll say that the ranger is flanked-ish. And you hit him with all the fury needed to bring him down to 0.
Wait. He's... hold on. Crunch.
Grubbelix just sees like a halberd coming out of the bat swarm and bonking him on the head. Well, that was that. Valentine, you're up there, and you can see a sorcerer over there, but he's like way out of reach of your little baby boy gun.
My little PP gun can't go that far. So it's time to go back down the stairs.
You can always
Hooray.
run. You can run 4 times your speed if you're wearing light armor.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'll...
But it takes your full
Oh,
action
yeah.
and requires you to commit to a direction. I think you can bump into things too.
In that case, I'll zoom my way over here.
You jump out the window and zoom. Or no, wait, yeah, you could probably storm down the stairs. You're next to the druid now. Hello. You don't get to do anything
Hiya,
else, but you're next to him, and he's like, whoa, that's a fast kitty.
Yeah.
Grublix, ranger down.
If I remember correctly, swarms are immune to weapon damage.
How do swarms work again? I think that the real way that these annoying little boys work. Where's my
Depends on how large the creature the swarm is made of. If
It is
it's
immune
like
to weapon damage, specifically, yes.
like if
Hmm.
it's tiny creatures, I think it takes half damage from weapons.
It's kind of stupid.
I mean, it's like, yeah, there's 5,000 bees and you just hit like 20 of them with your sword. Good job.
Okay. Okay. If
Yeah, there are
the
literally
numbers are
5,000
that
bats in
big-
the swarm.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
So basically, I can't do anything at all against the swarm. Great. So let's just kill the summoner of the swarm.
A few important things about swarms, however. First and foremost, you are nauseated, you can only take a move action. Secondly, swarms don't make attacks of opportunity. And they do proc it when they try to move onto someone's space, so... They're very weird. So all Grubbelix can do is get out of there.
So I guess bats are smaller than tiny.
They are diminutive.
There could be tiny little bats. Like, wee.
Okay, I'm gonna move out of it. So that would be 30 feet.
And that will cure your nausea, doing so, So in that case, you're actually able to act normally, I think. Oh, you're nauseated for 1 hour. Okay, so the effect lasts a little bit afterwards.
What exactly does nausea do?
You can only take a move action on your turn as you're basically like... You're very mentally occupied.
Alright.
Well, it's mage turn.
Hi, I'm Carl. And I've decided that I would like to actually cast a spell
Wow.
Whoa,
this
spells.
turn. So I'm going to cast Summon Monster 2 for a small air elemental.
Oh my. Where?
I mean, I just summoned... How much of a range does Summon Monster have? Let me check.
It has close range, so it'll be pretty close to you.
Yeah. That's not an issue because it's an air elemental, so it has like
Super speed.
100 movement. Yeah.
It is the speediest of boys.
Yeah. So I'm just going to drop it down like pretty much next to myself, and I'm going to point at the sorcerer because I don't yet know Oran.
I mean, they have 4 intelligence. They can understand.
If
But
they
yes,
don't
it
know
can-
my language,
They can follow. Oh wow, it has 100 fly speed. Yeah, it just whooshes over to the guy in that case.
well, you wanna find an appropriate token.
Yeah, I'll find a cool
Also,
token.
it's only going to last for like 4 rounds or something.
That's enough to beat someone up.
Yeah.
Well, there it is. It's like, nah, I'm a little boy. And it bothers...
Okay, give him the slam +6.
Okay, roll me a d20 for the slam, +6. Because it is your creature. No!
Well, that's an 8.
Swoosh!
Oh no.
Poor baby. Then it is Abe's turn, unless you want... Abe is still a little sick of all these bats. Blech.
Single move action per turn. Okay, well, he'll go inside the house to rest up.
It's just the round, so he'll be fine. Whoa. You can move through your space relatively easily. Like, you're not that big of an obstacle.
Poor sick boy.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But then on the end of his turn, he'll be fine. Druid, however, has to contend with Valentine. And it's going to show you that druids are no pushovers. Nah.
Yeah.
And takes out their most powerful weapon. It's a shillelagh stick. Oh my
Oh no!
Shillelagh sticks are surprisingly deadly weapons.
Yeah! Pretty cool.
What's your AC, my good sir? Valentine.
My AC is 18.
Ooh, you watch the stick fly by you and crack into the wall, into the tree next to you.
Nice stick,
Splinters
Genghis.
fly off.
I mean, hopefully, don't just stand there and watch it happen, but rather actually dodge with your AC.
Oh,
or
well,
something.
sorcerer turn. Sorcerer is next to a tiny angry boy. He's like, nyeh. Nyeh.
Grr, I'm made of wind. Grr.
He's going to try to cast defensively. And succeeds.
Oh.
The small air elemental is going to absorb some damage from another magic missile, but not so much. The air elemental has, I think, 13 hit points. It only took 12, so it's down to 1, but it's still standing. Oh wait, it gets to make an attack of opportunity. No, cast defense. Okay. Just gotta wrap my head around it. Galter, your
Yeah,
turn again.
cast defensively.
The
So,
bats
yeah.
are about to start moving in your space.
Right, you. So I'll be running towards the druid this turn.
You run heroically towards the druid. Heroically.
Clinking and clanging.
Clink, clank, clunk, clunk. You're right next to them now. Valentine, you have a friend.
Wow, friendship. That's what adventures are all about.
I believe he ran into a tree.
George of the jungle. Watch out for that tree. I will just, stab the druid in the face with the sword.
I like your
Sword!
Ow!
Big sword.
That is a face stab if I ever did see one. Go. Druid finds himself a lot closer to death's door all of a sudden. Greblix, you're back to normal. To as much as normal can be normal. What do you do?
So that's an elemental word.
Air elemental, yes. It's hovering off the ground and all.
Yeah.
It's a small, yet angry baby. Should you glue like little angry eyebrows to your air elemental? You should.
It's important.
Cool, just the right to know he's angry. What do you do?
I'm thinking what animal I could summon with minor adding. Bats, lizards, monkeys, rats, ravens, toads, or weasels.
It's not the sexiest spell out there, but...
Whoops. Where's my... I could just move up to him. And try to not die next round. Yeah, that sounds...
How about you go into the space next to that one?
yeah, of course. Because this is weird. And then I'm gonna attack him with my scimitar. No, that doesn't work. Oh, does it? I don't know.
Go nuts. Swing it.
Melee works with directions in here.
No, you could just attack if you want to. Give him a swing. That's a miss, though.
No!
Sorcerer is good enough. Kaldor.
Carl.
Yeah, Jimmy. Go for it.
Jimmy.
Well, I'm done casting spells for this encounter that is beneath my...
Literally beneath you.
Yeah.
You shoot an arrow at the sorcerer, I assume. Pew!
Yeah.
Ew.
Roll
That
some
I do.
damage. And then you may roll for your elemental.
Nice.
What does your elemental have to say about the situation?
Well, it's probably going to... I don't know if it's smart enough to try to actually get around to the back of the sorcerer, but whatever.
It probably knows enough battle tactics to try and move a little bit at least. After which, you may roll me the d20 of attack if you wish. Or if you want to have it do something else, could also happen. Let's see. What is the sorcerer's baby bonus? It is... What's the attack bonus on this guy again?
Plus 6, I believe.
Alright, well, with the flanking, that'll just about do it. Give him a proper slam.
Yeah, so that's a 1d4 plus 1 damage, which isn't much, but it's honest work.
It's honest work. It's honest work to pap a mage on the... Abe's normal again. Ha!
Okay.
Tommy feels better.
Are the woods here difficult terrain?
What roots? Oh, the woods are not that thick. There's not much shrubbery around here.
Alright, well, Edie will be charging at the sorcerer then.
Like anything with natural armor or proper armor is completely unbothered by the spiky stuff. Yep, you can charge in, whoop, and make a single melee attack. Whoop.
Yep.
I think I get a bonus too.
Yeah, +2 bonus, but I get -2 on my DC next turn.
Because you're running so much.
It works.
Oh my! -12.
Oh, minus the precision flanking. That doesn't apply here.
Okay. Let's see. We got a poison save to be making. Oh my, you sneaky boy. He fails it. So he takes 1d2 strength damage, which is not a bad thing. Oh, he takes 2 strength damage. Ah! His muscles weaken, and suddenly his armor gets heavier, but it's not like it matters, because he's a spellcaster. Druid sees Gulter, and sees Valentine. It's like, oh man, who do I hit? How about I go for the big guy? He looks like he probably would hurt me more. Because Gulter's already hurt. Okay, let's roll an attack on the Shillelagh, which has... what's your AC again?
22.
Ooh. You feel the 2d6 plus 7 damage resonating through your armor, but don't actually take the blow, because your armor absorbs it. But that blow would hurt if it actually finds purchase. That's an average 14 damage. The druid's bat swarm also start flittering around. It attacks the nearest creature, which is the person upstairs.
They are flying creatures.
Yeah.
Yes. And suddenly Calder is surrounded in bats!
Ah.
There are like hundreds of these little things. Someone killed his druid before they bully. The sorcerer's like, oh, fuck. Well,
so do they actually deal damage this turn?
Yeah, they deal damage. I forgot that point. They deal 1 damage. You need to make a fort save to not be distracted by their constant nipping.
Right, I'll get to that. And whatever, you guys can mop it up from here. I'm...
Oh, smoke ball. Alright, the sorcerer's turn. What does the sorcerer have that could work in this situation? It's like, go away! Go away! And it'll throw an acid arrow at... Oh, no, wait, can it? Yeah, he can, but he has to make a concentration check first. A 1. A lot of 1s on concentration today. He loses his spell. He's like, no! Gulter, this guy just bonked you with a big stick. Next time he's gonna bonk you hard enough to feel it.
Well,
Girl's distracted.
I'm gonna be bonking him with a bigger stick.
With a sharp end on it, too. Ooh. Ooh. The druid will feel this one. Do you get that precision damage? Yes. So in that
Yeah,
case, the druid is
it's-
gone.
Well, that isn't precision damage. That's stance damage.
Okay, well, he's gone. You hit him on the head with this large ankle biter, and his swarm dissipates. But Galder is still like, oh, ooh, those bats, man. There were so many of them.
Oh, I still get my movement, right?
Yeah, you're not at that
Yeah,
level where
well.
you make full round attacks yet. You just rush on over.
Oh, wait.
The sorcerer's in a bit of a panic.
He's now.
Valentine,
As I move.
you can squeeze in and land a blow if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And now that he's completely surrounded, stabby, stab, stab.
Oh, we'll say that's the end of him. This is just sad at this point. Surround him, and until he's on the ground.
Hmm.
And it makes a little noise. Every bad guy makes when they die. That's how you know they're bad people, because they make the noise. Also, consider at some point summoning a bloody skeleton. They never get destroyed.
What is this, Castlevania?
It takes an hour though, so I think by then the summoning spell ends. Okay, well, they're all gone, and hopefully that's the only people following you around. Yeah.
Well, that went well.
Ish.
Yeah.
I like it.
None of us is dead. That's a plus.
Eventually Calder presumably goes back down.
Yeah.
Bats! There's so many of them. Well, here you are. It's quiet. You have a bunch of bodies lying around. What do you do?
Loot.
Loot. Very well. If you loot, I'll make you a small list of things you find.
It's loading time.
Loot time. It's like chance time, except one person loses all their stuff, but they don't care because they're dead.
Yeah, there's more corpses involved than usual chance time as well.
Yeah, there's a lot more, a lot less PG-13ness going on here. Man, there's like a lot of stuff here. Then again, you did kill like a bunch of people. Don't be surprised, there's lots of things here. And finally, Lugard, who brought manacles with him, because of course he did. He's the guy who cuffs some boys. Let me just make sure this all is correct. Holly mistletoe. Okay, all makes sense. All makes sense. Bam, bam.
Oh. Oh, clock of resistance.
That's a lot of good loot.
Yeah, that's quite a lot of stuff.
Some of them were actually a little bit above your pay grade, so to speak. But there you go.
Yeah, like sure didn't help them win.
Clock of resistance, that's nice.
The cloak of resistance belongs to the sorcerer and is in a nice, pleasant green color.
Green, even better.
Yeah, you can have it. You did well in this fight.
Fine, I, with the ultimate authority over who gets what loot, permit you.
Suppose so.
That chain shirt looks nice. Will that count as light armor?
It's probably medium.
No, I think a chain shirt is the light armor version of chainmail. Yep, it's light.
Oh, neat.
It gives a +4 bonus to your armor because it's a +1 chain shirt, and it's also masterwork, so it only has an ACP of -1. It's
Yay.
it's a fancy shirt. It's not quite a mithril shirt. Those are the fanciest of shirts. Because they have no armor check penalty, so anyone can wear them. Even wizards, if they don't mind the arcane spell failure chance. I'm a
This
sure
is
Yeah.
spell.
stinky anyway.
Stinky.
Maybe if we find a mithril one at some point.
Well,
Hmm.
you
Check it
shook the
out.
guards for now, despite getting betrayed by an evil innkeeper who's all in it for the money.
Yeah. So I have a haversack, so in case none of you claims any remaining loot, I'm just going to scoop it up.
Well,
So-
I'm taking the cure moderate wounds potion.
Masterwork scimitar sounds nice. How does that work? Masterwork. I don't.
Masterwork just means it has a +1 to attack it. So
Nice, I'll take the bow if no one wants it.
Good.
Do you have the strength to properly use it?
Yeah.
Probably not.
If you don't have at least a +2 with a master with the composite, you take a -2, I think, because it's just too heavy a draw.
Okay, then guess I'll not take it then.
All right. Well, just stuff all the other loot in the bag and.
Yeah.
Certain
I'll
on your
take
spare
the-
time.
I think I'll take the chain shirt and the long sword.
That reminds me, I need to set up a sheet for experience tallying.
How much money is in that pile? Let's see.
If you use the magic of math, you might be able to figure it out.
15. 93. Okay. 498.
The dragonhide breastplate. Is that of metal or not?
What breastplate?
The
Dragonhide's breastplate is a specific type of like, this is not metal, so you can wear it.
Ooh.
The druid wore it after all.
And it's a +1.
Ooh.
Sounds good. If nobody wants that, I'm gonna also take that.
Yep. I'll throw the masterwork manacles into my donkey saddlebags.
Yeah, you never know where you need to pretend to be the law.
Also, everyone gets 124 gold.
Hooray!
He swears that these are accurate numbers.
Wow.
Ba, 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 ba.
Very close to accurate.
So you're on level 3, so you're at 5,000.
Masterwork manacles. Oh. Well then.
Well, you should start to figure out where you want to go. Because where you are right now is not where you want to be. As I mentioned, your options are to go up to Freedom Town. Castle Ferine is also nearby. But that also falls on the last wall, so you might get into trouble if you go there without a plan. River Esk in general might be a bit of a bad idea. Problem with Urgir is that it's orcs. All orcs. You have to put up with Big Stinky.
Oh no. That's the worst kind of stinky.
Let's see. Does anyone here have any knowledge, local, or history? Or information that may help them on where to find someone who can help out with the situation at hand? Because your king needs a psychiatrist. If he's going after you, the finest fellows of the land, who totally did nothing wrong except kill 4 guards out of self-defense.
Knowledge. Does knowledge... No, that's not... No. Profession soldier?
Sure, that might help with figuring out where to go.
Some kind of... I don't know.
Oh, right, I was muted, that's why. I have 1
This
point
happens
in both of
way
these
too often.
colleges.
I need to install a policy where people check their freaking mics for muting every 5 minutes. It's getting silly. Well, let's take a look. See, what have you rolled? You rolled a 19. What would be good places to go? Well, it depends on how you want to tackle this. If you think you can smuggle yourself down the Path River, going over to Caliphas or Throne Step wouldn't be a terrible idea.
Okay, tell me everything about the area, I guess.
My goodness. Carl's just like, I know everything.
I mean, that's why I act so arrogant, because I actually have a basis to do so.
So, you know that since you're having issues with Vigil's local government, Orgir would probably support you purely because it's like, haha, we get to shank those assholes. Going to Castle Farim might work out. It's a place known. It's like on the end of the flooded path, so they deal with a lot of orcs. So they're like, local government going after people who fight orcs is like, no, stop that. They might help you. You probably need to talk to other people. Going to Freedom Town is a good way to get to the Path River because, you know, they're a trading community near the river. They probably have boats you could hide on and sneak your way down. You could always... Castle Farim is on the way south. You could also go up river-esque for a while and then try to meet up along the Mindspin Mountains. Of course, if you're feeling particularly cheeky, you can always just go to the Darklands via Orgir and use those to go wherever you think you might need to go. You might even just make it to Absalom, the big Pathfinder city. Might take a while though. Might be a good idea to start local. Another idea might be to go to Nermanthus' capital of Tamaran, which is also on the nearby lake. Like Lake Path River goes into Lake Ankerthan, and you can reach Caliphas, Throne Step, and Tamaran from there. They're all pretty big cities with, well, probably people who can help you. Pathfinder societies who are like, why did they burn down our lodge? Can you tell us why the person there isn't answering the sending stone phone anymore? Do we need to send an electrician and new wires?
So it sounds like we could go to Freedom Town and then go down the river to get places.
There is one other potential path. If you're feeling a bit cheeky, is you could go up to like the mount through the Hungry Mountains and use the river on the other side of it. You would be out of their reach. I wouldn't have to worry too much about them, but you'd have to find someone in that area. In Ustalov. But who knows where you might find someone who can help you with that.
Yeah, that sounds kind of like a crapshoot.
It's risky, but you won't have to deal with local guards as much, since that's immediately out of Last Wall's reach. So your options really are, deal with some orcs, take a safe road, but it's in the middle of nowhere. Deal with security, but you'll be able to reach civilization pretty fast. No matter what you're doing, you're probably going to have to go through Ghostlight's March, unless you want to travel near the river and risk being seen by people on the river being like, hey! Hey! Pretty sure you're on this bounty list. They wave it around at you, angrily.
Yeah, how good would we be at disguising ourselves as hopefully not harmful?
A disguise.
Yeah, like, you know, put on some raggedy clothes and dirty our faces a bit so that features are not so
Isn't
clear.
disguise specifically a skill? Like, who has disguise skill here? Maybe the swashbuckler? Although you are a distinctive cat person.
You just kind of have to wear a hat, put a tail in your pants.
You know, like a good old medieval hood.
Aw, man.
Abilities. So it's a button.
Your
Disguise.
is
I've got like a 4 in disguise.
Yeah, Schwarzsparkle doesn't get class skill in that. Okay. You'd also need a disguise. Oh, the disguise skill would help mostly. I think they give you like a bonus to it.
Okay then.
I like a Galter's like doing the professional thing of like, okay, who gets how much? Okay, here you go. There, mission complete. Interestingly enough, there's also a statue disguise kit on in Pathfinder. So if you specifically need to be a statue, there you go.
Well, a living statue. That's you take that as an perform skill.
But yes, as of right now, your optiones are safer out in the boonies, get out of trouble fast, and all, and or dangerous but fast, or also dangerous, but you can get to several places and pick your poison a bit better. Like I'm just gonna get a nice little cross section of the local area that you can take a gander at your local salamander. Oh my goodness. Take a look, take a gander. You might just meet a friendly salamander. It is at that moment that I realized the truth. Okay, I want to paste this, thank you.
Did anyone take the Cure Light Wounds potion?
No.
It's probably in the bag if no one took it.
It's in the
And
bag.
if something in the bag means I have it.
Okay.
Where is the snippet? Snippet. Don't worry, in a second you'll be dragged over to a map where you can make some calculations. That is
Nice.
after I managed to get the scale set up properly to some extent. Get out of here. Okay. Now it's going to take this map, refit it, put it on the map layer, unlike I always do. And now I can drag you guys over here. Okay, so I just need to calculate the approximate distance from here to here. So that's about 5. The scale currently, I think, is 5 miles per unit. Alright, but the actual scale between these two locales is... Oh my goodness, map. Please work with me. Why is this so far zoomed in? There we go. Now I can create distances. Create new measurement from Freedom Town to the split is actually, ooh. So that needs to be 30. Which is about a day's travel. There. The map is now approximately to scale.
Oh man.
Yeah, boy.
Scale maps.
So now I can...
We're living in the future.
You can click and drag, and you're like, oh, as long as it takes to get over there, well, it takes this long, because you can make little bloops.
Yeah. So I've noticed that both me and Griff have like a month spell each. Don't know if a horse can hold 2 people.
I don't know. If you're not too huge, you could probably squeeze on a horse. Someone is drawing a massive spiral glyph.
Yeah.
To whom I say, stop it, you necromancer, stop it.
It's the portal to adventure.
How do we get to adventure? Well, by traveling in an ever-increasing spiral, of course.
Well, other things, Galder has a donkey with him, so That'll slow things down, maybe.
Oh well.
Also, Golder is wearing a lot of iron on it. Kind of
Pray
heavy.
there's not a thunderstorm.
I mean, you're traveling on the road. It's not like you're sneaking through town where making a bunch of clanging noises is going to be a massive problem. By the way, these are not
Yeah.
all settlements. There are smaller villages and locales along the way. Except when you go through Ghostlice March, that's not a place to be.
Yeah.
Which is why I said again, you can go by river, or you can go. You could even try sneaking back individual and see
Yeah.
if you can hitch a boat there, but that's kind of dangerous. It's up to you.
Yeah. I would rather go elsewhere.
Oh,
So
summon a light horse or poke.
So yeah, we have magical horses that can last for like 6 hours, so if they can do 5 miles per hour in the time.
Mine lasts for 12 hours.
You could probably make it to Freedom Town in a single casting. Yes.
Okay, so who wants to do that?
Also, mine
Sure.
has 10 feet more speed.
You could make it to Urgir in 2 days.
Nice, and mine lasts for like 4 runs more.
Oh yeah, you have that special thing.
Actually, no, it lasts for like 1 round more.
Aw.
Do you have? One more per summon. That's kind of interesting.
So how will you get to Freedom Town? Going through the mainland means crossing through Ghostland Light March, which is a bad juju place filled with a lot of bad juju. But you're unlikely to walk into local security or people that might recognize you. Or you could go by the river, which, as I mentioned, as you are right now, you might get some attention.
Oh, whose attention would you rather have, do you think?
A spooky undead skeleton trying to gnaw on your foot, or a guard who asks too many questions. I'll tell you what, I would
Also, like-
rather someone gnaw on my foot.
Honestly, like a marsh sounds like a place that a horse would deal with less well.
Hmm.
I mean, nobody likes walking through a marsh.